Sanford Stadium in Athens. We have a late season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Georgia Bulldogs. Reese Davis, Dave Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sidelines. Holly?
Hey guys, Georgia's head coach told me pregame he loves how his team has come out and dominated in the conference so far this season, but he understands the road gets even harder now. He's talked to his team about getting off to a fast start, that's important to set the tone here today. They want to keep that undefeated streak alive in conference play, but it all begins right now. We'll see if they can do it against a very tough opponent. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He's got enough. Oh, he's got some space. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They'll give it to him again. Looking for room at the 30. Finds some room. Touchdown, Bulldog! Into the end zone with a breakaway score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Takes a handoff. It's Walton. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard.
Oh, there's an alley to the left. The 40. Past the 30. 10. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Once he got some room, it was over.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off erases some angles and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Breaks into the open. And oh, no, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Defense trying to take it back. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. RPO complete. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. The Bulldogs come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Got his man. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone, it'll be 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Just gets rid of that one.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time it's complete. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Dogs. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Onto the field, ready to go to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. He's past the 30. He now has 106 yards rushing, and he is a virtual lock to have a 1,200-yard season. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. They'll move the wide receiver. Crosses midfield. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let him go make yards.
They dialed up the perfect call, splendid execution. Now they've got it. Threatening 1st and 10 from the 27. Sends it back in motion. Takes the handoff. It's Walton. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They give up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Finds a crease at the 20. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone. The Irish trying to strike gold in this red zone trip. Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in...
Caught, and he's got room. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole nine. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long gain. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Drops back. It's Stockton. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understanding the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
This drive will open from the 15. Cuts it upfield. It's Young. There he goes. Past the 50. All the way across the 50. Into plus territory and finally stopped at the 43. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking for a crease. Maybe a crease. At the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Rolled his way into the end zone.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Oh, look out the run! Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Georgia! He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Walton. Shakes off the defender. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat. Trying to stop this guy has been a near impossible task. You want to become an Irish legend, like maybe the most legendary of all Notre Dame backs, George Gipp, win one for the Gipper. How about just running one with this guy?
Yeah, you want to win some hardware at the end of the season, too. Just keep feeding him the rock, letting him do his thing. Running the football with such success makes everything easier on offense. But when you can hand the ball off to the right, to the left, up the middle, have success, yes, please.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Follows his blocks. It's Walton. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. Now here's Carr. Unloads it left. Almost picked off.
And, man, the defense really needed that. They needed that for their confidence. 3 drives already, 3 touchdowns. They haven't found a way to solve the puzzle till now. Nice job getting the stop, getting a little bit of momentum, and now hopefully your offense is energized and excited because they got the football back.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Got his man downfield. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason that they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic throwing the football down the field.
From the gun, running back on the move. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Free yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Looking for the edge. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The pull and throw off the RPO. Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Quarterback will keep it. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring to the 25. comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. At the 35, he's open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
That's a first down for the offense.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. They'll ride the hot hand. Still on his feet at the 45. Turning it on. Inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 19 on the big run.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up. Get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Mobley. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking for room. It's Walton. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football, but when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Got stopped on 1st down. They'll try it again from the 2. They'll try to run it in. And he's not going to make it this time either. Another stop, and it's 3rd and goal. Defense backed up, goal to go, and the crowd's giving them some juice. On the move, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And the point after is good.
Number 35 set to take this one away.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Turns it upfield. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. Right midfield, he's got room. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
To the air, it's Stockton. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. To the 15. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They are lining up the scoreboard. Every touchdown has an answer, it seems. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game and give him 16 on the year.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it out. It's Adams. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
It's a seam wide open. He's at the 30. Past the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. The Bulldogs using their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Dogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Making the adjustment. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Churns into the pile. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. On 1st down, Nate Frazier. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give, running right, it's Frazier. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
And the Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Second down, gonna throw it. He's got it. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. No good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the number 4 team, the SMU Mustangs. And it's the Aggies coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And it's 3 straight victories for this team as they start to get hot. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Trying to set the tone with the run. There he goes. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Keep it on the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Trying to squeak through the pile. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. Carr to throw for it on fourth. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. Be curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. Throws it off the RPO. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on third and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind there. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle, and force the fourth down. And now you can make the decision on what you want it to be, but I like the execution by the defense.
To him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense,
right down the middle. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. You can have an explosive all-purpose back, but this Irish line performing the way the great Aaron Taylor did back in the day to give them time for these big plays.
Yeah, and you could go down the list and name so many great offensive linemen at Notre Dame. Year after year, they put guys in the NFL, and they build a brand of physicality and make holes for guys like this, and that's why he's putting up so many big numbers. He's got a great group of big boys up front paving the way.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
They'll run it. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
And he got it so close to that first down marker, but they still have a little work to do. It'll be fourth down. The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Needs it. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. They give you 4 downs for a reason, and this offense decides to use every one of them.
Hey, if I had a back like that and I had this offensive line, man, I would do it too. I wouldn't even think twice about it. Roll the dice. Give your guys an opportunity to go make a play, and they do.
Unloads to the wideout. Has it. Touchdown, Notre Dame. With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Working the ground game. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
5 wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Got him quickly.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm throw. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Back's got it on the screen. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Snap to the back. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the 1st down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
Gonna run it. It's Walton. Oh, he's got some space. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get concerned, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Stop right there. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Inside. They're headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Comes the Georgia offense ready to go on the attack. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. And the offense says thank you very much for the free 5 yards. 1st and 5. On the ground, it's Phillips. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snaps on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And you had to. I mean, the offense had to be aggressive. You're down multiple scores. You needed to make something happen right now. You had to be aggressive. I think you had to go for it on that 4th down. Now, obviously, the game's looking like it might get out of hand.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. Got him downfield. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Well, this tight end's really good at finding soft spots and zones. It's not just working over the middle of the field either, but also on the perimeter of the field. And that time, as soon as he releases off the ball, he knows there's no one following me, running with me. This must be zone coverage. Where can I post up and make this easy for my quarterback? He finds that spot. It's a nice game by the offense.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. That #1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders. Georgia going up tempo.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
Fires to the wideout. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quick completion on the out. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Looking to throw again. Taking a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Quarterback changing the play. 2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, when the offense goes empty, that triggers the defense to want to blitz. The linebacker came that time. They couldn't get him blocked, and down goes the QB.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Caught. They make the tackle, and it's short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Going for it all. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
And after failing to get that 4th down, it is basically desperation point now. Their defense has to come up with a quick takeaway or at least get a fast 3 and out to give themselves a chance to crawl back into this one.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. They give it to him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Above the noise. Out wide right, it's Graham. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. And he got 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
give to the running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Third and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Throwing, Carr. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Racing down the left side. The 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Just under 40 seconds to go, and it's going to come down to whether they can get this onside kick to have a shot. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Timeout called by the defense, 27 seconds to go.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout. Run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
The run inside. It's Walton. No gain on the play. They tried to run for it, and that defense was ready. The Bulldogs take their third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. On the ground, it's Phillips. Breaks into the open. The 50. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap kick. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. And he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. Clock is all zeros, and time has expired here. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Defenders everywhere as he is stopped for a loss of 5.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
On the move, it's Walton. All over him immediately.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Third and long, and they'd love to pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
Well, that's now the 2nd missed field goal for this kicker. And I'll tell you this, you can't blame the weather for all this. This is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
First down, and this defense is desperate. Any kind of score, and it's over. The handoff. Sees some running room. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Now, when I'm in OT and I start to get in this territory, I gotta be thinking touchdown. Like, what are my plays that I can go to now? I ran the football. I showed a little bit of conservativeness. Now I gotta take advantage of a shot out wide. What's my best go-to play in this situation?
Trying to run, it's Phillips. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And how about that, guys? Like, make no bones about it. Bring in the big bodies. goal line personnel, like we're going to pound you right between the eyeballs. Sometimes people get aggressive on second and short and take shots. This offense said, no, we want to get the first down, and we want to get it now.
They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Defense going to use a timeout here to make sure everyone is crystal clear on their assignment here in overtime. They must protect the football here. They're already well within range of a game-winning field goal attempt. A first down run on the doorstep. Swamped immediately.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to first and goal, but great job on first and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
Here comes the field goal unit, and they can win it with a chip shot. Defense going to use a timeout here to make sure everyone is crystal clear on their assignment here in overtime. They'll set up for this chip shot that would win the game. It's good! Ball game! A walk-off field goal in overtime. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty.